Mrs. Okore did not lower her voice. Her words cut through the morning air like broken glass, sharp, deliberate, unforgiving. She stood in the kitchen doorway, arms folded, eyes cold. A woman who knew how to cook but could not produce a child was, to her, a waste. Lydia said nothing. She focused on the pot in front of her, staring slowly, carefully, as if silence itself was the only shield she had left. Breakfast was simple, yam and eggs, because no matter what she cooked, it would never be enough. She served Mrs. Okore first, bending slightly in respect. The older woman poked the yam once with her fork and scoffed. Too hard, poorly cooked, another failure. She called Daniel loudly, her voice rising with practiced drama. He came out of the bathroom, toothbrush still in his mouth, eyes half distracted. He glanced at the plate and shrugged gently. It looked fine to him. Mrs. Okore did not laugh. Her eyes sharpened. She spoke of women of this generation, of manipulation, of blindness, of a son who could no longer see clearly. Daniel laughed awkwardly, brushing it off like a joke, but his mother wasn't joking, not for his second. Her warning lingered in the air long after breakfast ended. Later that morning, she announced they were traveling to the village. Lydia's chest tightened. The village was where restraint disappeared, where judgment was loud, public, and merciless. They drove for hours. When they arrived, the compound was alive, children running barefoot across the red earth, laughter spilling from every corner. Daniel's brothers were there, each surrounded by wives and children, bellies rounded with pregnancy, arms heavy with toddlers, life, proof, evidence, and Lydia stood there with nothing in her hands. Mrs. Okore wasted no time. Her voice rang across the compound, commanding Lydia to the kitchen like a servant. The other wives glanced at her, some with pity, some with something that looked uncomfortably close to satisfaction. The village kitchen was hot and thick with smoke. As Lydia chopped vegetables, whispers floated behind her. Laughter followed, careless, cruel laughter. She cut onions. Tears fell. No one noticed the difference. Outside, Mrs. Okore praised her grandchildren loudly, gathering them to her chest, calling them her joy, her pride, her legacy. Inside, Lydia walked until her arms ached. When food was finally served, she made sure everyone else ate first. By the time she sat down, her plate was cold. Again, Mrs. Okore objected. Again, Lydia stood. This time, Daniel said nothing. That night, sleep refused to come. Lydia lay awake in the village room, listening to children laugh even in the dark, listening to husbands and wives talk softly, warmly. She stared at Daniel's peaceful face beside her and wondered how a man could sleep so deeply while the woman he loved slowly broke beside him. By morning, Mrs. Okore gathered all the wives. Praise flowed easily for the others. Pride, approval, celebration. Then her gaze settled on Lydia, and the words that followed were heavy, humiliating, final. Disappointment, shame. 5 years, nothing. Lydia felt her throat burn, but she swallowed everything she wanted to say. All the hospital visits, the prayers, the fasting, the nights spent crying silently so no one would hear. Silence was easier. They returned to Port Harcourt in that same silence. At Greenfield Estate, Mrs. Okore packed her bags. Before leaving, she pulled Daniel aside. Lydia heard everything from the kitchen. The plea, the suggestion, the permission to replace her. Daniel refused. He said he loved his wife. He said it wasn't her fault. His mother called it a curse. When she finally left, Daniel came back inside, looking worn. Lydia sat on the sofa, staring ahead, empty. He asked if she was okay. She looked at him, really looked, at the man who loved her yet never fought, who asked her to endure, who survived comfortably while she bled quietly. No, she said softly. I'm not okay, and I don't think I have been for a very long time. To be continued.